Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfripi and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
In the news tonight, agencies for overseas employment told to register. Water sources in north and west drying up. And suspended sentences for duo in forgery case.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Minister for Employment Choni Usumate is warning businesses to register with the ministry if they're considering recruiting Fijian nationals to work abroad. Usumate says his ministry will be clamping down on illegal foreign employment agencies with penalties including a fine of up to $10,000 and a 1-year imprisonment term or both. Maggie Boyle tells us more.
It's this case in which two sisters have been charged with the alleged trafficking of 17 Fijian nationals that has brought the issue to light.
This is one of the biggest problems that we have around the world. Anybody that wants to take workers out of Fiji has to be registered with us as an employment agency. They have to meet all the criteria.
And it appears there are other cases of alleged human trafficking right under our noses.
I think there are 2 cases before the tribunal. There are 2 cases where people are going out recruiting workers to go offshore without working through a registered agency.
Enforcing the legislation has been given renewed priority.
In fact, the instruction has already gone to the health commission, especially these travel agents that are trying to do this on the side.
In the case of the two sisters, Sita Ram has been remanded with an arrest warrant issued for her sister, Geeta Chanda, who resides in Australia. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
The Water Authority has confirmed water sources in the Western and Northern divisions are drying up. However, Director Kamal Gounder says they have the capacity and capability to address the situation. Kritika Kumar reports.
The Water Authority of Fiji has noted that the dry spell in the Western and Northern divisions is becoming a problem.
We have, in terms of from the Water Authority side, as you may be aware that most of the water wells, the rivers are being drying up. So these are basically areas that are in rural areas.
The time has come to use water wisely to ensure there is enough in the catchment areas to last for the duration of the dry season.
From our data that is available, we will last till October, but we are requesting the public to conserve as much water as possible because, as we say, every drop is precious.
The authority says people in the Central Division are also affected by the dry spell.
The 3 regions are affected, but the west and the north, they are feeling the heat right now. But Central too has its fair share of this dry spell.
Meanwhile, the Water Authority of Fiji urges the public to conserve water by minimizing usage for the washing of cars and driveways as well as the watering of gardens. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Businessman Benjamin Padarath and Aseri Vakaloloma have been handed suspended sentences by the Suva Magistrates Court today. The duo were convicted of 1 count each of forgery last month. Pranita Prakash was in court and filed this report.
Benjamin Padarath, a Suva businessman, and Aseri Vakaloloma, a former lawyer, were charged by FICAC in 2011. The court heard the two forged the Articles of Association of BECP Engineering Construction Fiji Limited between October 14th and October 31st in 2009. They created a false page and changed the particulars of subscribers from Adishwar Padarath of 57 Duncan Road, Domain Suva, to Vorenge Baini Marama of 228 Ratu Sukuna Road, Domain Suva. Vakaloloma signed as a witness to the signature, while Padarath signed as one of the subscribers. The magistrate noted that Vakaloloma failed in his professional duties by breaching his duty to the court. The magistrate said that the use of Prime Minister's name had the potential to mislead the business community and all Fijians. 62-year-old Vakaloloma, who has had his practicing certificate stripped off, has been sentenced to 12 months imprisonment, suspended for 2 years. Padarath, who was previously convicted of committing a similar felony, has been sentenced to 14 months imprisonment, suspended for 2 years. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
An academic who studies religion and cults says the Grace Road Church would use sophisticated means of communication to lure followers. Still to come, over 50 students under rehab program. And Lauthala Island works on saving marine species. Stay with us.
Bula, neva ngo malakai leloma, ngo ngai nakas on makarong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai sa Lambasa, ya on talita na warong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Wana tuma ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere nawaluan.
Na vengo fane na tao ngo singa toka, kita on talita ka ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
More than 50 secondary school students from the Central and the Eastern Division are undergoing a blue light rehab program organised by the police force. The students are learning ways to improve their behaviour in school in an effort to eradicate crime and nurture youth to become law-abiding citizens. Ali Kimbia has more.
Sacrificing their 2-week school holiday to learn more social skills and become better people, the students will surely reap the benefits of undergoing the Blue Light program.
Main focus of the program is to empower children, school children, to teach them knowledge through experience.
The program has been made possible through the partnership between the Police, Education Ministry and Blue Light New Zealand to assist students to learn skills that will assist them in the near future.
We got a lot of feedbacks from parents after the programs, from principal, and we do our follow-ups after the program, and we know we have a lot of improvement.
The week-long camp has helped the students identify their weak areas and work on being good role models.
Well, I've learned a lot from this camp. It has taught us a lot of things such as team bonding, to trust one another and also have faith on each other's doubts and never let your mate down.
I myself am an undisciplined student, and the Blue Light program has helped me realize the things that I could become if I had discipline in my life.
The Blue Light program is expected to be introduced in other divisions as more schools have shown interest to be part of the program. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
The 9th suspect, alleged to be part of a group who attacked police officers at Mid-Road Nambour earlier this month, was remanded in custody by the Suva Magistrates Court this afternoon. 29-year-old Semisi Rambakoko is charged with 2 counts of criminal intimidation. It's alleged he threatened to kill police officers who were chasing him in Mid-Road Nambour on 3rd of this month. Rambakoko is charged with 8 other suspects alleged to have attacked 3 police constables and a special constable who are on patrol in Nambour. The matter has been adjourned to September 3rd. The Vanua Trust of Lauthala has established several initiatives and programs to help them replace marine species slowly being depleted from their fishing grounds. Eleanor Tarangaivu reports increasing pressure on reef and inshore fisheries resources is causing dwindling catches of smaller fish.
Natural disasters, overfishing and warmer seas are taking a toll on the reef systems surrounding Lauthala Island.
Our reefs have been severely depleted of species that was there ages ago and it's not there now.
For several years now, the Vanua Trust of Lauthala, the legal custodians of one of the biggest Ingolingoli or fishing grounds in the country, have been working to reconstruct the reef system around the island.
Nowadays, it's hard to find areas where we have healthy reefs. So we are working towards bringing back the marine life in our fishing grounds.
Initiatives such as establishing a marine protected area, placing a traditional tambo or ban for Lauthala and Matangi Islands, and growing clams aim to restore and replenish the reef ecosystem.
Divers nowadays are killing the marine ecosystem. They dive and fish for any sea creature. Sometimes we have to place bans on our fishing grounds to allow them to restock.
WWF's Living Blue Planet Report 2015 shows that since 1960, the world's seafood consumption has doubled and fish stocks we use for food have halved over the same period.
If we don't act now, our future generations will just hear stories and they have nothing to see.
The Trust hopes to see a change in the fishing grounds in the next couple of years. Eleanor Turangaiwiu, FBC News.
Today is a special day for all Muslims, not only in Fiji but around the world, as they celebrate Eid ul-Adha. This is when Muslims celebrate and honor the tradition of Prophet Ibrahim by sacrificing an animal, which is also known as Qurbani, and distribute the meat to those in need. Ana Ravulo has more.
This was the scene at the Samambula Mosque in Suva this morning before people made their journey to different areas to perform the Qurbani.
This is the day, like the day of sacrifice. We people used to come here to the mosque and pray here, and then after this we go to perform the Sunnat-e Ibrahimi, the one we call like we sacrifice animal.
Muslim families have been preparing for this occasion 2 to 3 weeks prior to today. For them, it's not only about performing the Qurbani for Allah, but it is also about helping their fellow Muslims who are not able to purchase livestock.
Or giving the poor people that don't do the Qurbani and everything, no? People, poor people, poor Muslim, like people don't have the money to do the Qurbani, then we have to give it to them. They don't do it,
Trisaya. Well, poor peoples and my friends take it.
This is a special event for all Muslims, whereby in this occasion they can only slaughter a cow, goat or sheep. For a cow, it can only be divided into 7 equal shares, while a goat and sheep only has 1 share. The Qurbani will go on for another 2 days. Ana Ravulo, FBC News.
In sports later with Jamie, an update from Gareth Baber, but up next is Anna with business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. Suva retailers praised 25% allowance on capital expenditure. And in growing Fiji, New Zealand committed to help Fiji grow a potato industry. Stay with us.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Mariva. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
Gold FM, only the classic.
The 25% tax allowance on capital expenditure for the renovation and improvement of commercial buildings will help beautify the capital city, says Suva Retailers Association President Vinay Kumar. He wants to draw more shoppers to the city centre to compete with development in other areas. Savaira Tambua reports.
With several new retail and commercial developments underway outside the city centre, Kumar says there is a paramount need to modernise and upgrade downtown buildings to retain their share of the customer base.
So it's one of those things that the government has put in, it's already, I think, in force, so that's quite a good initiative, you know. So it's like beautifying Suva, basically, making, you know, there are lots of other plans which are, some are in early stages, some are in middle, but there are lots of plans beautifying Suva, getting people to town, and also tourism to Suva.
The building that houses Gokal D and Company Limited is one of the oldest in Suva. Director Vinod Gokal says renovation is not in their plans. However, he welcomes the government's initiative.
Our organisation isn't specifically looking at renovating at this stage, but we do see it as a good incentive for other businesses to take advantage of. Yes, that's correct. It's somewhere down the line, we'll definitely be looking at renovating our premises in the city.
In order to qualify for the incentive, the applicant must invest at least $1 million, excluding the cost of interior furnishing, furniture and fittings. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
Fiji will now export fresh ginger to Australia after a lapse of 3 years, and the Biosecurity Authority ensured the fresh ginger export sector will make a grand comeback. BEF CEO Hilary Kamwande commended the exporters and his officers in ensuring that all phytosanitary requirements for the initial all-important consignments for Edu Klimet. Isesai Foods Industries Limited exported 1,500 kilograms of fresh ginger in the first week of this month, followed by 500 kilograms in the third week to benchmark an impressive 2 tons as part of the recommencement of Fijian fresh ginger exports to Australia. The CEO adds that they will remain committed to contribute towards the government's agriculture development and safe trade agenda. We now join Sharon from HFC Bank with the latest from the money market.
U.S. President Donald Trump's comment on monetary policy continues to weigh on the greenback. Meanwhile, the market awaits the U.S.-China trade talks due to begin tonight in Washington and the Federal Reserve minute for directional clues. The benchmark S&P 500 closed at a record high yesterday, equaling its longest ever bull market run. It was boosted by a strong earnings report in the consumer sector. Great Britain's sterling surged up a bit yesterday after chief Brexit negotiator Dominic Raab said that the country is still confident it can reach an exit deal with the EU in October. Closer to home, New Zealand retail sales jumped in the second quarter, posting annual growth of 3.1%. The strong data suggests that the second quarter GDP would overshoot the Reserve Bank of New Zealand's forecast of 0.5%. And that's all the latest from HFC Bank. Vinaka.
Taking a look at the foreign exchange rate set this morning for the Fijian dollar. With the foreign exchange markets in a bit of a turmoil, the Fiji dollar was generally on the rise, gaining against the Chinese yuan, the US dollar, the PNG kina and the yen, but slipping against our 2 major trading partners, Australia and New Zealand, as well as the euro. On the commodities market, the price of oil remained fairly steady at just over $66 a barrel. Gold was unchanged at $1,193 an ounce, and silver closed up at $14.79 an ounce. Tonight's Growing Fiji, New Zealand has offered to provide technical assistance to Fiji in building our own potato industry. The 2 countries signed a bilateral agreement in Nadi last night, vowing to work closely to build a new industry for the nation. Felipe Nekaso has more.
New Zealand's primary industry has shown commitment to contribute to Fiji's agriculture sector by working on building a potato industry.
Representatives from the Potato New Zealand that will come to Fiji, and that person would do a trace in terms of the quality of potatoes when they leave New Zealand from the farm gate up to the time it comes to the wharf and then up to the shelves.
Identifying the best planting practice for potatoes will ensure farmers are capable of growing them.
Potatoes are a reasonably complicated crop to grow. They suffer from a lot of different types of diseases, both soil-borne and also funguses and bacterial. So we've got quite a lot of technical knowledge on how to manage potatoes.
This will not come easy. However, Fiji and New Zealand are confident of a positive outcome.
We've engaged based on those biosecurity concerns on those potato consignments.
The Agriculture Ministry says it will work closely with farmers around the country who are interested in potato farming. Felipe Nekaso, FBC News.
And that's a wrap from the business desk. Jamie joins you now with sports.
Thank you, Anna, and good evening. In sports tonight, Beba confirms Jerry Tuai's availability for next season, and PNG hope to qualify once again as the region's best. This and more coming up.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Fiji Airways men's sevens coach Gareth Beba has confirmed the skipper Jerry Tuai will be staying with the national team for another season. Beba also revealing a few players who are part of his World Cup squad have been offered overseas contracts. Vashal Prasad with the details.
It's a big relief for Fiji Sevens coach Gareth Beba, as skipper Jerry Tuwai has given his assurance to be committed to the national team for one more season.
I've had a chat with Jerry. There's been offers that have come in for Jerry. And I'm not saying that things won't remain, but Jerry has set the stake here, which is really positive for me.
Despite Tuwai's availability, Beba says he's expected to lose 4 talented players to overseas clubs after they were offered contracts after the World Cup.
It would be wrong of me to comment on who those would be at this point in time. But my process is I don't want anything hidden. I want that to be out. And if those players, if we build an environment which is underpinned by trust, and we can do something about that. The issue that we've had in the past is that players have left at the 11th hour.
The national coach will not rest his laurels as he's expected to feature the national side in more local tournaments and at the same time scout for new talents.
And I want to put our players up against some of the local players, and whether that's in a training environment or we can find tournaments that we can fit into to get that experience.
The Fiji Sevens team regroups next week to prepare for the 2018-19 World Rugby Sevens series. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
The Classic Wallabies will be playing their second consecutive game in the country next week when they take on the Fiji Legends in the curtain raiser for the Fijian Drewers opening NRC match against the Melbourne Rising. The Classics have named a powerful team which is headlined by 3 Fijians in Samu Kerevi, Randike Samo and Lote Tungiri. The Fiji Legends will be without Waisile Sirevi this year but have other notable names in the squad such as William Ryder, Emosi Budango, Nasoni Rocco and William Satala. Meanwhile, amazed with the level of enthusiasm for rugby in Fiji, Australian High Commissioner John Feeks is also looking forward to the game.
I've never encountered the passion for rugby that I've encountered in Fiji, and I understand that the last time the Classic Wallabies were here and played a curtain raiser for the NRC game, it attracted the biggest crowd of any NRC game in 2017.
Long-distance runner Avikash Lal is looking forward to the Oceania Cross Country Championship in Gold Coast, Australia this weekend. Lal hopes to set a new personal record when he takes on some of the world's best cross-country runners. Vashal Prasad reports.
Running towards his goal, Nandi native Avikash Lal ready for his 4th appearance at the Oceania Cross Country Championship.
I'll be expecting a faster times compared to the last few competitions. It was in Guam, so I'll be expecting for the 10K, I'll be targeting sub 33 for the 10K.
Lal won a silver medal in junior division in 2014 and hopes to do better in the 10-kilometer race this time.
There'll be 3 or 4 Olympic athletes. One of them is Luke Matthews, who won the Olympic 1,500 meters silver medal in the Gold Coast. And then also there's Nicholas, the guy named Nicholas who won the last cross country.
He has been one of the prominent participants from the Jet Runners Club based in Nandi, and club officials wish him well for the championship.
I don't think so there will be any difficulties for him to compete in there. He's got an experience, and we from the club expecting him to do some good times.
Lal's journey doesn't stop at the Gold Coast. However, he has planned for more overseas competition for future. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
The Papua New Guinea cricket team is back to finish on top and defend its title in the ICC Men's World T20 East Asia Pacific Qualifier, which starts this weekend. Head coach Joe Dawes says while his team has put in a lot of work in preparation for the tournament, playing on an artificial pitch again will take some getting used to. The qualifying tournament starts on Saturday at Suva's Albert Park and ends next Thursday.
We've done a lot of work on their fitness and their strength and some skill stuff, so probably the top-ranked team. Expectations are on us, and we've come here with high standards to set for ourselves, and that is win as many of these games as we can.
Swami Vivekananda College's Year 12 student Nethani Ross hopes to break the national record at the Junior Pan-Pacific Swimming Championship, which begins tomorrow at the Damoda Aquatic Center. Ross will captain the Fiji men's team and will participate in the 100 meters backstroke, as well as the 50 and 100 meters freestyle at the 4-day event. 36 swimmers from Fiji will compete against 250 swimmers from 11 countries, including the USA, Canada, Singapore, Japan, Australia and New Zealand.
The Fiji team looks all right. They all seem all right also. We've been coming and training every morning and afternoon and just working on a few things, and yeah, we expected to do our very best during the competition and perform well.
In today's Play of the Day, Brandt Snedeker won his first PGA Tour title in 2.5 years, claiming the Wyndham Championship in style. On the par 4 6th hole, Snedeker managed an eagle from 176 yards. That's it from Sports Tonight. Catch Angie later on with weather, and in the world of the weird and the wonderful, a report on the safest seats in a plane. That's coming up.
Narang golesenya, Obama kita nakas, dorong-dorong na kami na Radio Fijuan, nandong may
ayaw benyana, ito barong na Radio Fijuan, nandong may wisi, hingatoka.
Guado ilaisa hingatoka, rong-rong na heramakawa na Radio Fijuan hingatoka.
Radio Fijuan, nandong may viti.
In tonight's new media, if you're thinking about picking up the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 for drawing, illustration or design, check out its special sketch with the new pen-toting Samsung flagship. It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Such a fantastic day with a splash of sunshine and so much humidity. Such thrilling conditions to carry out outdoor activities. Taking a look in the west, it's been a sunny day with scattered clouds. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, also sunny with light evening showers predicted. And up north, after a few light drizzles, it turned out to be fine. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, low tide at 9:31 p.m. with high tide at 3:58 a.m. Sunrise at 6:21. For tomorrow, whatever your plans may be, either chilling under the mango tree to trimming the backyard, you're good to do so as the weather looks pretty clear. Do put on a hat though. Tomorrow stands the cold season is slowly moving out, and so the temperatures are back to normal in the low 30s. And looking further on to Friday, more clear sunny skies is what I see for now. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji and Pulse tonight, we asked what more can be done to reduce Fiji's food import bill.
Sheep farmers should be well equipped to decrease imports.
I think the government should assist farmers who are interested in potato farming, because that's something that we import a lot.
I believe that local farmers should plant more to reduce the import of food from overseas.
We should give more opportunities to our local farmers, and that's the best way to reduce import from other countries.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, agencies for overseas employment told to register water sources in north and west drying up, and suspended sentences for duo in forgery case. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment this week, we're asking, should there be more awareness about the pitfalls of working abroad? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day was sent in by Api from Suva Point. A beautiful sequence of the sun rising over Suva this morning. It's true when they say, with each sunrise we are born again. What we do with the new day is what matters most. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबुआ लुम्बुआ से। जैसे ट्रेनी नॉर्थ मशहूर है, वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है, वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।